Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. Last episode we did some more testing of the Universal Lander, and in this one I think I will continue that by trying to land it on the moon. See how much fuel we got after we've landed on the moon. I don't expect to be able to come back, I just want to have enough fuel to be able to destroy it after it's landed. Hopefully without having to manually do that. Where is it? There it is. So I'm going to have to slightly modify the rocket. It's very good as it is, but I will need to add an extra one of these, I think. And a module on the top to actually position it around the moon in orbit, so then I can land this separately to get a fair test. So first things first, just put 3 engines on here. Oh yeah, someone in the comments said I should have been using asparagus staging for this, but when you got 3 engines it's kind of difficult to do asparagus staging. I think they meant put 4 engines on, but I think 3 engines works better than 4 engines with asparagus staging in terms of part count and overall performance, I think. It's better for a lower part count anyway. I think 4 is overkill. It would go further, but we don't need that much. We don't need it to go that much further. So, further. I think I said that a bit weird. Need a half tank. Oh, it won't fit. Okay. Yeah, I'll use my standard way of doing this, where I have the 4 nacelles on the outside with nuclear engines. Should fit there. And the nuclear engines should easily get us into orbit around the moon, no problems. Oh, I thought they weren't going to attach then. And yeah, one of these. Might be a long burn, but it should work. Hope it doesn't destroy itself. Oh no, I've already got a decoupler. There we go. And RCS ports, that's what it was. 4 up there and 4 down there, I think should do it. Maybe a bit lower down actually. Yeah, that should do it. I might need to add some more struts there to increase its strength, but it should be okay. Oh, that was it. I almost forgot. I need to add a battery pack. Oops, just one. And another drone control pod, so I can control this separately once it's landed. Once this is detached, I can then crash this as well separately. Is that high enough? A bit lower. That'll do. Okay. So let's test this and see if it works. Oh, hang on. I almost forgot. Check the staging. When do these activate? They seem to want to activate after those are detached. No, I don't want that. Is that engine? No, that is this engine, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that is that one. Wow, this is messed up. I think I need a stage in the middle there. Put that decoupler there, and these 4 up there as well. And that fires. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Clear the launch pad. And wait for it. Okay, it's night time, but I think I'll warp to daytime. What's that? What's that? Oh, that's the debris that hasn't crashed yet. I'll warp to daytime, and that debris should go as well. faster. Oh, there we go. So, where's the moon? Oh good, that's perfect, because then we can get up to there, around the orbit off, and then... yeah, at about there, and actually go straight into a translunar injection, I think they call it. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, promising start. I didn't put an SAS module on that. I don't think it's necessary. Oh, the fuel line's working. Yeah. I'll disable that for now. And the RCS tanks around here I'll disable just in case they want to suddenly activate, suddenly start draining when I start using this tank. Disable that as well, just for good measure. This is a really steady ship. I just hope it actually gets into orbit. Otherwise I might need to add some more fuel on here. Though I don't think fuel is the issue, I think it's more weight is the issue. Adding more fuel might actually make it a bit too heavy. It's a bit inclined. There we go. Yeah, I'm just tipping it over a little bit to start the roll. Okay, I should start tipping a bit more. Ooh, that was close. And we're rolling. Okay, where are we? I'll actually just pitch up slightly. Just to assist with that. Yeah, we're still throttled up to max. Got quite a lot of fuel left actually. Oh, it hasn't drained yet. Yeah, we've got plenty of fuel left for this bit. Because I think typically this stage has second stage has enough power to actually get us not only into orbit and beyond a little bit. So with some extra weight on, it should at least get us into our orbital insertion bit, where we'd then have to jettison it anyway. So, because otherwise you're just wasting some fuel there because you're jettisoning some of it. I'll get it into the same sort of orbit as this, as the space station. How high are we? Oh yeah, I should be over by now. Oh, I think we just ran out of fuel. That's good actually. Did I disable that tank? Yes, I did. Oh. Easy. Just over, there we go. Should correct it. The engines do gimbal, so. That'll do actually. And I'll add a maneuver just to see how long it'll take. Ugh, quite a long time. Bit more, stop. Okay. 1 minute. It's a good job I brought a lot of fuel. And this is why I brought a lot of RCS. I don't think I actually need that much RCS. This is just for manoeuvring the ship around because it's quite heavy. Okay, so it'll take about 1 minute. Though I think that's probably a lie. But I'll get to about 1 minute before we have to burn, then I'll actually start burning, just in case, and then control the throttle. Okay, let's just start burning now. It's about right, actually. Wait, I throttled down and that went down. What about there? Okay, let's now throttle up. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Overheat warnings show overheat on the lower engines. The lower engines are overheating more than the upper engines. It's weird. This has something to do with these parts or some strange thing. This is currently unmanned as well. It's entirely drone controlled. Okay, we're nearly there. We're in an orbit. Stable orbit. And... oh, stop. Should have been checking that. That's actually pretty good. Right. Now the moon is just coming up. That's the way we're headed. Okay, if I had a burn there, I think it's about right. I never used the maneuver nodes to do a Munar injection before. This is going to be interesting. Oh, hang on. Throttling down is worse. Throttle up. Oops. There. Nope, that's not an orbit. There. I want about 100 kilometers. Almost. So close. Too much. Obviously, it's going to be way out. If I get this absolutely perfect, that'll do. My actual line will be a bit off because you can never be exactly precise with this. Oops, I pressed G instead of... Oh, that was close. I pressed G instead of F. That was very close. I thought that these were going to hit the nacelles and it was going to tear it apart or something. It's good that they don't. That's actually a good safety measure. Oh, it's just the lights. Yep. They're not illuminating much at the moment. Okay, that'll do. And it'll take about 2 minutes. According to it, which is just slightly longer than the actual orbital insertion burn we did, though we've got just enough fuel, it looks like. Just, literally just about. So, which is slightly worrying actually, because I have actually got to get into orbit as well, around the moon. I've got to slow down a bit, but luckily that doesn't take a lot of delta V. But it's still a bit scary. It's a really nice view. Come on, how much fuel have I got left? This is going to be close. It's a good job I used the LVN, the atomic rocket motors, instead of the normal rockets. So I got a dent in the side. Looks like a dent in the side. Unless it's a thing. An actual part of the design. It's good if I used those, otherwise I'd have run out of fuel already. Because I've got to reserve as much of this fuel as possible for landing. Let's get it slightly out. That'll do. Nearly there. I should have enough fuel. Yeah, I should just about have enough fuel to do the orbital insertion and then be able to still burn a bit more and crash this. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Just throttle down. Okay, I should have enough fuel. That was kind of scary actually. That will do. That orbit will do. Okay, because I can always adjust it with the RCS, but I don't want too high in orbit because of an actual orbit that if I had a space station orbiting there, I'd probably want it around somewhere between 50 and 100 kilometers. So that's about right. Okay. Let's see how much delta V we're going to need. That way. The moon looks very different all of a sudden. It looks darker. I don't mean that's just because of its we're looking at the dark side. It does look darker. I haven't had a proper look at it in point 18 yet. Okay, this is gonna... Ooh. It's gonna cut it very fine. I probably don't have enough fuel for this. That or I'm going to literally only just have enough fuel. Oops. Actually, I should have brought less monopropellant, because then I'd have had less weight to deal with, and then less, then I would have probably had a bit more fuel left. Oops, that way. Wait, is this upside down? Oh, it's that way. Here we go. At least I don't have to worry about monopropellant just yet. And stop. Okay. Well, if I just stop and turn the RCS off, that would help. Okay, here we go. One. I haven't done a moon landing for ages. Seems weird, and I've never done a moon landing in an unmanned probe before. And I haven't landed on the moon in point 18 either. It looks very, very, very different. Look at those cracks around there. That's weird. Six, 5, 4. Oops, 4. Whoa. 3. Oh, we're on the dark side. I'll turn the lights on. He says, well, time warping, so of course it's not going to work. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, the landing lights aren't really designed to illuminate the entire ship, so that's not really going to do much. Wait, that was... Oh, yeah, it flickers. So how long is the burn likely to take? Not too long. I'd say, you know, no more than 30 seconds, really. Start burning. Yeah. So if I wait until 15 seconds... Now. And watch the fuel. Ooh. Is it going to be another bit of space debris that I leave in orbit? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh, I think there's just enough fuel left in there. Just enough. That's a decent orbit. That was cutting it so fine. Okay, I'm just going to get over to the light side so I can see what I'm doing a bit easier, and then detach that bit and see if I can crash it into the ground. I should have just barely enough fuel to do that. And then I'll activate all the systems of the lander and land that. Because if the universal lander is supposed to be able to deorbit itself and then land, so it should quite easily be able to do that. Okay. That should activate that. Yes. Okay, let's decouple. And switch over to that vessel. Oh, that way. Don't ram into it, don't ram into it. Obviously it doesn't have any power. Where's the electric charge? Yeah, it doesn't have any power, but it does have a massive power generating stuff, but it does have a really massive battery, so that shouldn't be a problem. And it should have just enough fuel to deorbit, I think. It'll probably have enough fuel to get into a really low orbit, but not actually, or really elliptical orbit, but not quite be able to crash into the ground, I think. But we'll see. Oh, I don't have any SAS either, I've just realised. Oh no, I think I realised that earlier. Okay, that's it. Oh, wait, that was enough. Awesome, because we don't have the rest of the universal lander. Okay, excellent. That's perfect. Ooh, just had enough time to switch there. Right, let's activate all of this. This has actually got generators, so it should be fine. Activate the engine. And all of the monopropellant tanks. Got to activate all of them, because otherwise it might drain wrong and imbalance everything. It doesn't really need that much monopropellant. It's really to stabilise the landing. That's what I use it for anyway. Oh yeah, where is the other ship now? There it is. That'll gradually descend. So, I want to get over to the dark side, I think. Yeah. I'm going to get over to the dark side around about there and set up a landing trajectory. Boom. Okay. So I land on the light side. But if I set one up here, I will actually land somewhere over here. So I've got to set one up over here, I think. Or actually at the periapsis should be ideal. Should I just add a maneuver? Where should I end up landing? There, that's good. That bit here, that bit there. I'll probably fall a bit short of it. Oops. There. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long, that burn. Do the lights illuminate anything? Nope. Okay. Let's get this thing landed. Right. So, it says about a 6-second burn. I'll wait until 10 seconds before I actually have to do the burn. Oops, sunrise. And then I'll actually then start the burn. He says missing it completely. Oh, no, actually that was perfect. Oh, there. Stop, 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 stop. Where's that? Oh, that's fine. That'll do. Doesn't have to be too precise. I have a feeling I'll end up landing on that crater. Oh, I'll just turn it around slightly. That'll do. Right. Actually, I probably will land in the crater. But this thing has got a ton of thrust. Start killing my horizontal velocity. Normally my landing, I don't land sort of with a long slow burn, I just kill all my horizontal velocity and then start killing the vertical velocity. But I don't think that's as efficient. Okay. I better start burning now or never, really. Wow, we do have a lot of power. We have a ton of power. I'm just going to keep this really, really low thrust of about a 1/3 throttle sort of trajectory downwards. Because it's killing our velocity nice and gently. Actually, I could probably thrust even more gently. And keep altering our pitch. Getting some weird shadow issues there. Yeah, it's losing about 1 meter per second. And we should land in this crater. So if you aim for a flat piece of ground, you'll end up in a crater. If you aim for a crater, you might end up in a flat bit of ground. That's a general rule. And by flat bit of ground, I actually mean quite bumpy and rocky, but I think the inside of craters is actually smoother than the surrounding terrain. We should have a ton of fuel for this. I don't know whether it's at its most efficient. The specific impulse is on max, and I think this way of burning is pretty efficient, so I think this is what they call a braking burn. Right, sort of gradually slowing it down, and then when it's actually slow enough, then you do the proper when you've actually killed all your horizontal velocity and you start the final descent. That is then the descent stage or phase. Yeah, this is going really well. Seems to have plenty of fuel. On Minmus, this would be even more of a cinch, really. You could probably, actually, in this lander, you could probably quite easily land on Minmus and then return. Well, I'm not sure about the returning part, actually. Actually, you should. Just concerned about the weight, but then again, the gravity on Minmus is practically nothing, so you should be able to return. I'll have to try that, actually. At some point, I'll try it. I could use the same ship and everything. Something I could do next episode. I wanted to have another go at the fuel tanker thing next episode. Try and remove that bit of debris and top up the tanks. Basically, complete the bit of the mission that I tried to do before and failed at doing. I should open up the legs now. Throttle up a little bit more. Because we started slowing down. Because I think we're facing more... We're going more vertical. We started slowing down our deceleration. Our deceleration was slowing down. I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but we're only losing about 0.5 meters per second or whatever it was. We're back. I've throttled up a bit, and we're back to the descent rate that we were at, losing about 1 meter per second. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Just wondering whether I should throttle up a little bit. And it's losing about almost 1 unit of fuel per second. About 3/4 of a unit of fuel per second. Put the landing lights on as well. Are they on? No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yeah, they were. Okay, I'm going to throttle up to 3rd now. So I can see the stones on the ground. Okay. Maybe a bit lower now. Because actually we are still pretty high up. And I think this crater might be lower than I think it is. Because those rocks are actually very, very big. I'll put the RCS on as well. Of which we have bags. Okay, I'll keep the velocity ticking down very slowly, but not by too much. Yeah. I think I'll turn off the RCS just until we get to the proper descent phase. Okay. Coming down pretty fast now. Let's throttle up a tiny bit more. Ooh, this is getting a bit close. Didn't expect that. Okay, that's fine. Re-enable the RCS. There's something tiny over there. Or just a tiny rock. They seem to have added rocks of loads of different sizes now. So I think they were all fairly uniform before. They've added tiny ones now. Okay, we're actually coming down pretty fast now. We're gradually accelerating. The landing lights haven't shown the ground yet. Oh, I think they're starting to illuminate now. I'll start throttling up just a tiny bit more. I'll start killing our lateral movement as well with the RCS, just to keep that as centered as possible, so we come down as smoothly as possible. Ooh, that was close then. I should throttle down a bit more. Two, 1. Stop. Perfect. Look at that. That was a fantastic landing, and we have a little bit of fuel left. That was a little bit tricky, actually. I didn't expect us to have so little fuel. That's slightly worrying. Though I know that the only airless places, because normally I'd use the parachutes to assist, the only airless places we'll probably use this for would be places like Dres and moons of planets, like our own, like Kerbin's moon. Possibly, does Elu have an atmosphere? I can't remember. Probably not Elu then. But yeah. Those are the only atmosphere-less planets, so this should work on all of them, especially since most of them are actually tiny, even smaller than Minimus, and especially Dres, actually. I think the engine on minimum throttle actually has too much thrust to actually land, so you'd probably have to hop your way down a little bit. You could probably get down on with the RCS on that, but yeah, it should be able to land on any planet except for Tylo and Elu in the event of an emergency, pretty easily. And then planets with atmospheres, it can just use the parachutes to either assist the landing or to land full stop, you know, just land the capsule. So that's perfect. That worked really, really well. So, and that was a really great landing as well. I'm quite proud of that. So, now to get rid of it by throttling up and burning all the rest of the fuel and RCS. Can you take off with the RCS? Nah, not quite. You can see it lifting slightly. But, yeah, using the rest of the fuel and the RCS just to get rid of it. Because we don't want space debris, because this thing isn't going to come home. That's just not going to happen. Oops, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Get it to 10,000 meters. 10 kilometers. And put the landing gear in just to be tidy. Okay. Now that should crash, because if I crashed it with actually focused on it, the simulation might not completely destroy it. There might be bits of debris left, so I'm going to let the game do it for me. In the hope that it will actually completely obliterate it. So I'll just fly to that. Yeah, the space carrot. Which will not be a carrot for much longer, I promise. Unless you want it to be. In which case it still won't, actually. If I'm honest. Ah, there we go. Just so I can watch this. Should get destroyed. Yeah, good. Okay, it's gone. Right. That worked really, really well. That's on a landing course. So, although I think it passes very close to the atmosphere, I'll probably have to focus on that one to get rid of it. So that worked really well. The Universal Lander should be able to land on most planets and moons. So yeah, that should be good to go. And I'll probably try refueling the space station again next episode. So, that's that. Subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.